Hey, hey, Empire fans. This is episode 15, Silver Hands Unclean. So stay tuned.
It's been a while, but we finally
Okay.
You should already know what time
No.
Oh, laser light show going on. Hey.
Hakeem, I like this one.
Yeah.
I like this one.
I like it too.
This episode was about growth from almost everyone.
Right.
Kind of. But before we get started, let's introduce myself. I am Paris Rose. You can find me on Instagram and Snapchat at Paris Rose with 2 R's. Before we get to you, Katie, I just want to let you guys know, Ali the Pub, she's not here again this week. We miss her, but you guys can always check her out on Instagram, Twitter. She's everywhere at Ali the Pub. And
Coast to Valley.
yes.
What's up, guys? I'm KT Foley. I was pronouncing that like my Instagram handle. You can follow me across all platforms at KT Did What Now.
All right, so let's get started. This episode was
Civil Hands
good.
Unclean.
Yes,
Let's get our hands dirty.
unclean. I mean, it was not as drama filled as the other episodes, but still really good.
Yeah.
It starts off with the studio session with pretty much everyone.
Everybody. I was so happy with the Snoop cameo.
Yes.
Didn't he come in season 1? Wasn't he? Didn't he come on the
thought
podium?
so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
He was there, but like a small. I mean, he wasn't here a lot this episode either.
No.
Maybe Snoop is not about the acting. Maybe not. He did a good job,
He's
though.
great.
Exactly.
He kills
doesn't
everything
have to
he
do
does.
much, yeah. He honestly can just be there,
Yes.
and I'll be like, yes, Snoop.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. I don't think we even saw his eyes this episode. He was
Yeah,
wearing the sun and shades like the whole
sunglasses.
time. Yeah.
Oh man, but so Jamal is just not feeling the song that he has
No.
to do, and I actually wasn't either.
No.
I was like, oh, this is how we open the episode,
Right?
This-
Really, Lucius?
This song kind of was lame.
Yeah.
So I was really happy that Jamal.
It's not Inferno.
Right. I was surprised. I thought even Lucius could tell that it was
Yeah.
lame, but.
Garbage.
So then we skip after the studio. We get to finally Cookie telling Lucius that her and Angelo are done.
Oh my goodness.
How did you feel about that?
Ugh. I
Just
mean,
his reaction to it all.
yeah. I mean, it's just such poor timing.
I know.
You know, because now, I mean, not that it was really explained, but now he's obviously all tied up. You know.
Oh, he
Juliana.
really likes Juliana.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I kind of felt for Cookie because she had those like sad puppy dog
my
eyes when she was like,
God.
no, I said no.
Right.
You know, she was getting ready to let him know that she said no, and it's because she obviously feels something for him. And in comes Juliana.
Yeah. She's got to step in like she stepped in on her hair appointment, right?
Right? She just won't let Cookie
Right.
live.
Right. She had a love appointment.
Yes.
Set time.
So we see that they're actually in a relationship. She's calling
Yeah.
him darling.
Right. She's staying at the house.
Yes. And as crazy as this love triangle is, it kind of becomes a love square.
Right.
With Anika coming
And
in.
Anika, yeah, it's like the Wild West.
He has 3 women.
Yes.
And he looks at all of them like, oh my gosh. But in
Right.
the end, he chooses Juliana in a way.
Yeah, he does.
Because he's like, all right, Nika, you can
I gotta
come
see her
back."
off.
Yeah, I gotta see her off. Like, bye, Cookie.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit bad for Cookie, but at the same time, she was doing the same thing to Lucius just
Yes,
a few weeks ago, just a few days ago.
2 days ago.
So it's like I feel bad for her, but she kind of deserves this.
Yeah. And Lucius gave her, his blessing.
Exactly.
You know?
Which, I mean, and then he even said, I'm so sorry for Angelo. Do you feel that he's genuinely like, oh, I'm really sorry it didn't work out, or he's just being Lucius? It's hard to tell with him.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Sometimes I think he's genuine. Sometimes I just don't know if he just says what he thinks he has to say.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I would like to think that, he thinks that Cookie actually does deserve better than him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because I do think that he actually does love her somehow. If Lucius is capable of that.
Exactly. In a twisted way.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But so it's not easy for Lucius in these beginning scenes.
No.
We hear that he has a meeting with Snoop and Thirsty.
Yes.
Love Thirsty.
I love
I love
Thirsty.
any time that Thirsty's on
Oh
the
my
screen.
God.
But Snoop is basically telling Lucius that he can't do this whole Vegas thing, well, especially without Jamal.
Without Jamal, because Jamal brings another demographic.
And he's so right. I mean, as a businessman, that it's true.
And Jamal also brings another kind of voice.
Yes.
You know, which we see later on.
Exactly. So I think if Lucius wasn't so in his feelings, he would have realized that too. That Jamal, I mean, they need Jamal.
Right.
Snoop made a good point.
Right.
Snoop has also just thrown these things out about the investment deal, and he says he ultimately cannot work with Lucius and the whole Vegas thing.
Yeah, because he said that he signed on with all Lion players. Now, it's interesting that they didn't incorporate Hakeem a little bit more. Yeah. Hakeem was too busy at his crib with his multiple ladies and lions. When he's supposed to be like a father. But
exactly. He has this whole thing about how he wants to be a father and he's a different person, and then we get into this like threesome, and it just, this whole episode was a little bit strange. I don't even know how everything played out.
Yeah.
But
that was strange.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
So they don't have the Vegas deal anymore because turns out that Ezekiel Dubois is Snoop's investment banker.
Yes.
And obviously the Dubois are after them. So we know that they are, I mean, we knew that they were coming for the Lions.
Yes.
But they actually have power, so they might be a big competitor.
Right. That fake Claire Huxtable. You had to add that in there, didn't you? Had to.
I was
Cosby
waiting for
reference,
that.
right? They didn't actually go Cosby. I mean, obviously there's a
they can't do that.
Can't do that. But Claire Huxtable,
They had to do the Claire Huxtable. I was waiting for it. That was really funny.
Yes.
So we get that whole blowout, and obviously it's disappointing that for Lucius that the whole Snoop Dogg can't be there.
Right.
And then we transfer over, new scene. Cookie just nonchalantly gets to walk in on Andre and Shine's whole operation.
So great. At the laundromat.
Yes.
And I love that Nessa tipped her off. That was so strange.
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up. I felt like even Andre felt that was strange.
Yeah.
Because he was like, Nessa told you.
Yeah.
What do you think that was about?
Well,
why would Nessa...
I think Nessa's afraid.
Yeah. Afraid of Andre or in this new power, or afraid of this whole operation and like the killing Lucius part?
The whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I think...
She's seen what kind of damage Shine can do, and then, that combined with Lucius's power.
Yeah.
I
was really surprised that Nessa did tip off Cookie, but it's probably one of the smartest things she could have done.
Yeah.
Because they would have gone through with that crazy operation. You saw them loading up the guns. Right. All Cookie had to do was walk in, though, and offer them food.
Yes. So hilarious. She knew all of them.
So funny. She was like, oh.
Yes. And what was the sign she was carrying? She was carrying like a street sign.
She was.
Like a one-way street sign or something like that. Like she...
What was that?
Like she, I don't know, vandalized something before she got there.
Right?
Had to have some extra street cred.
That is really true. What was that damn sign? I completely forgot about it.
So weird.
I remember a moment I was like, what is that?
She never set it down either. She was hugging them with the street sign.
Yeah, I just got so involved in the scene and her hugging everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, poor Andre. He really thought he had this under control.
Yes. And then his mama comes in,
works.
knowing everybody. Right, exactly.
It never works for the three of them.
Yeah.
Each of them, when they think Jamal, Hakeem, Andre, when they think they have something that they have control of, it's always the parents that come back.
Of course.
And they're trying to be adults and it just never works out.
Of course.
It's really funny. So talking about the operation.
Yes.
Angelo has his operation of his own.
Yes, he does.
He invades the Empire Club.
Right.
With the lamest group ever. Did you see his squad?
Yes, the suits and the red wine and just
old men laughing, trying to be his thugs.
Right.
But it's just not the
and then
same.
Fire Marshal Bill, it was so silly.
It was honestly, if that was attack number one, I sped it up. I first mentioned the attack on Snoop.
Right.
But attack number one really was them showing up at the club and taking over that night. I kind of thought that was a lame attack.
It was a lame attack.
I get that it's money that they're taking
and
from...
Lucius even called him out on it. He's like, really? This is how you're going to clap back? All right, get him around to drinks.
Exactly. And I'm like, Lucius, I think, won that because he stayed calm. He wasn't too angry. Enjoy your drink. Right. It's fine.
Right. It's one night.
And Angela had a lame crew. So I was like, you got to do a little bit better than that. And they do better than that with Snoop. So.
Yes.
thankfully.
Yes.
Where do we go from there? So, obviously, this whole club thing, although, like, Lucius remained calm in that situation, he was pissed about it.
Oh, God, yeah.
He calls Cookie in, like, we gotta do something.
Yeah.
He gets his gun ready. They're always so quick to get a gun.
Right.
He decides he wants to solve the problem by killing Angelo.
By killing Angelo. And I was kind of surprised when she ran after him that Lucius wasn't quick behind.
Yeah.
You know, she must have said something behind the scenes, something to calm him down.
For real, because I mean, he was on it, and I was thinking, you know, I should have thought it was too fast, but I was really like, this is how Angelo dies. This is how like, this is the end of the
assassination or something. Like when she's running after him, I'm like, damn, he's about to come out with a gun.
I really thought it was gonna be something was gonna happen with that gun, but I was really wrong because the voice of reason comes in.
Right.
Which is our good old Jamal.
Yes.
Team Jamal, hey.
Yes.
A new Team Jamal.
Yes.
He comes in with this peaceful plan that he's going to talk to Angel himself.
Right.
What did you think he was going to do?
I didn't see the check coming in at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes so much sense, but I didn't see the check coming in at all. I did understand why he was going to go talk to Angelo because, you know, Angelo approached him about getting his blessing. It was the first one with the cookie thing, you know?
Right.
So even though we never really saw them interact before that ever happened, you know, like obviously they did have some kind of rapport, you know, and I think, you know, if anyone would be able to relate to him, it is Jamal. I mean, because at this point, Andre obviously has rubbed shoulders with these kind of people for years, but he's now evil and like hanging out at a laundromat, right? So it makes sense that it would be Jamal. You know,
it does make sense.
Yeah.
If there was anyone, it had to be Jamal, like you said. I just didn't see that money coming either.
No,
not at all. I really was naive and just thought they were gonna talk it out.
Yeah.
Then when he offered the check, I'm like, oh, okay.
Right, because how much money did Lucius lose over the original Vegas deal? Was it $10 million? Okay, so and he was pretty sour about that. So why wouldn't he be more sour about the $5 million?
Thank you.
Know?
I was there. Okay, so when I saw the check, I'm like, okay, money is okay. But when I saw $5 million, my thoughts went exactly there. Like,
right.
I mean, you were so salty about that $10 million. I guess now he's rolling in dough.
Yes.
He can just offer up $5 million. But $5 million?
Yeah.
Whew, that's a lot.
make Felicia Rashad not fire back.
Yeah. I guess Empire really is making a lot of money. That $5 million is just chump change.
Just chump change, sure.
And it's a good solution. I mean, it really is. It's going to go to the Woke Foundation. Right. These kids have their college paid for.
Every kid has their college paid for.
I wish I was in that Woke
I know.
program. That would have been real nice.
And why you paid for it.
That would have been real nice. So this is the start to kind of everything being resolved. Yeah. Being kind of going peacefully. So Hakeem has this whole thing this episode that he really wants to be on Bella's birth certificate.
Right.
Which I always felt that he should have, even if he was going to be a bad dad or even if he wasn't going to be the one in control. Yeah. He's her dad.
Yeah.
I think I completely forgot that Lucius's name is on the birth certificate. Did you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't remember. So
in the hospital, he took it over.
I mean, it's really wrong. I mean, there's teen parents, and they end up. Right. I mean, their names are on. They are the parents. Right. So I didn't think that he should have ever been on Bella's birth certificate. Mm-hmm. But I did believe Hakeem when he was saying he wants to change and he wants to be the good dad. And then we have this hot tub scene.
And we have the hot tub scene. Exactly.
How did you feel about that? You were right.
I know. Tiana is more team girl than team boy.
Oh my God, you've been saying it.
I was surprised that they even let Hakeem in the hot tub with them. I mean, he was like coming off as real lame at first.
I know. He's like the third wheel.
Yeah,
almost.
They're like, we're going to a girl party.
I know.
Meaning you're not invited because you're not a girl.
I know you were saying it for so long. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it was a phase that one time with Tiana. No way. But no, she was hardcore.
She's hardcore.
I might go as far as to say she just might be a lesbian and not bisexual.
I think so.
It seemed like she chose Tori over Hakeem.
Yeah.
And that she was like, fine, Hakeem.
Yeah, the chemistry seems to be more there than
Cool. He gets in the hot tub, and she
Yes.
still is with Tori on the other side.
Right.
And
the thug rubber ducky. It's so ridiculous.
So funny.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of Hakeem's body in this episode.
Yes, we
too.
did.
It's kind of like a teenager, kind of hating on him a little bit on his teenager body.
If only Allie was here to defend him.
Allie, I'm
not going to defend him.
I know, exactly.
Right.
We're haters right now. Sorry, Allie.
Drinking the haterade.
I love Hakeem, but he's a little bit of a teen. That
Yes,
body.
Yes.
But after they get over their, let's be honest moment, they do eventually join him in this kind of, for me, gross threesome mess.
Yeah, it was as uncomfortable as the ghost of Rhonda.
Uncomfortable is the word.
It was,
I don't think I liked to see
No,
that. And it's not that, girl and girl action or the threesome. It was just them that I just didn't enjoy.
It was just odd.
Yeah.
And he was like, what, chocolate and vanilla?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It was, not my favorite. I
Couldn't
love that
breathe.
he had it was a song, a
Very
rap song.
uncomfortable.
Exactly. The girl got a girlfriend thing.
Right.
I guess that has to be cool for a man.
Yeah.
Their girl having a girlfriend. I know I for sure wouldn't like my man having a boyfriend.
Right.
But double standards.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah.
But so we move on. Hakeem is saying he wants to be a better man.
Right.
I was like, oh, I fell for you, Hakeem, but now you're not, because I don't believe it after this scene. But then he kind of comes back with his, not
live
podcast,
stream?
his live stream.
Right. Well, Lucius called it podcast.
Called it a podcast, and now it's in my head, saying podcast.
Yeah.
Which I actually did not understand at all.
So weird. So weird. And I thought that Jamal was being facetious by saying that, Hakeem was like saying all this stuff. I thought that he was like actually kind of put one up on Lucius, like wait until you see how big of a fool your son's acting. But no, it turns out that like he watched some National Geographic and that inspired him to like be a better father because he saw lions and his last name is Lion and
it was really weird. He also was looking at a female lion.
I know, the mother. The mother.
So I'm just like, How does Hakeem relate? Also, he was just going from him talking about having a party with all girl party, and he was inviting the girls that follow him to this party.
Right.
To I respect my child now. I just didn't get the connection at all. How is it? I want an all woman party. How does that relate at all to I'm gonna be a better dad? And also here are these lions that are behind me. Very weird.
It was so weird. It was like, I'm going to this all-female party. Help me pick out my shirt. Oh, wait, there are lions playing in the background. I'm going to say something that makes zero sense. And now Jamal's going to explain exactly what I was saying and tell Lucius, and then Lucius is going to watch a video that actually does explain it.
Exactly. It was all very weird, and then it leads to this performance that he has. He says, screw the party. He decides he's elevated.
He said, chicken, get ready. Who's chicken?
So chicken is, I don't know, I don't think I've ever heard him call her that before.
Yeah.
It's his friend that's a lesbian. She's like more tomboyish.
Yeah. She was on America's Next Top Model.
She was?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Wow, do you think she got this gig from being on a good little insider tip? I had no idea. I can totally see her with a modeling career. Is she actually a lesbian? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Because she has kind of a tomboy vibe.
She was like the androgynous one on the show. Yeah.
You know what? Tyra always loves an androgynous
one. Yes, she does.
She always likes that. That's really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is chicken.
Okay, so she's chicken. Because I was like, is that Tiana's nickname?
Yeah.
Does Tori now have a nickname that we don't know about? So apparently they're a Nyack at the girls' party while all this is going down. Because I was like trying to see if they were in the background at all. They weren't.
No, they weren't. They really went off and did their girl party thing. I think you might be right. Also, last week you said that you think Tiana and Hakeem are done, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
But seeing this episode, I mean, they're together, but I really think they're done too.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right on that. So, so Jamal now has this new. He's also like a new man.
Yes, he is.
Like Hakeem. So it's this like a trail of new men coming along.
Yes.
First, we start with Hakeem. I guess Lucius is very inspired by Hakeem. Mm-hmm. Then we come to Jamal, who's a new man. He solved this problem with the Dubois.
Yes.
And he also has a new song.
Yes, he does.
That I personally liked.
Yes, I did.
And not only did we like it, but Lucius liked it.
Yes.
They are finally back in the studio, agreeing, making great music.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of was like a nice
Well, and
moment.
that was so interesting, too, because he was so against working with Lucius, you know, and was all about, you know, when Cookie met Lucius, which is interesting because that still has to do with Lucius.
Yeah.
But, you know, all about, like, his mama, and then, you know, he hears that beat, and he's like, man, you know?
It was really great. Do you know if the guy who was originally singing the song in the booth, is he famous at all, or is he just an actor?
I don't know.
Because I just wasn't sure if he was supposed to be someone.
Right. And I wasn't sure with the previous couple singers that had come through if they were gay. You know what I mean? Like, because Snoop, that was Snoop's thing, was like appealing to that demographic.
That's true.
But I guess if Snoop isn't even on the deal anymore,
Then it's just
this
out.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
I have no idea. If you guys know, let us know in the comments.
Comment.
We always have a lot of questions. We are fans of the show, just like you guys.
Yes.
So, if we have questions, please help us out. Yes. Because I'm not sure if he's famous or not, but overall, they boot him out.
Yes.
Which I thought could have been like a kind of a
He was cool about it, though. Yeah, they hugged it out and everything.
Yeah, he was like, I think you found the right guy.
Yeah, your
I'm
right
like,
voice. Yeah.
This is a nice, really not normal way to handle a situation.
Of
Normally,
course.
people are like, you just stole my song. But
Right.
this guy, I think his name, they said Harry.
Yes.
Very agreeable.
He was.
Just great. And I like the song. What was it? Something about like father, son, something.
Yeah.
It was really, really great. So yeah, they have their moment.
Right.
Cookie's like, okay, you sure you're gonna trust him?
Yeah.
Which Cookie, like, how is she still pretending she thinks Lucius is the devil when she wants to be with him?
I know.
Like, stop playing that game. We now
and
know
she keeps
you want
putting
it.
that like black fur scarf thing that she has. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I really like that look. That
It was
like,
great.
blazer.
it was beautiful.
I love her long
I
weave.
know, long weave.
Love
so
that going
great.
on. So as I said, there's a trail of men who are just trying to be better.
Yeah.
And it ends with Lucius overall trying to be better. He gets the whole gang for a nice lunch, maybe, or early dinner. He asked
Right, which
my
was
mom.
interesting. How did that happen?
Right.
We
How did
we
they get
skipped a
that?
lot of plot line. Like, how did we actually get all of these people to agree to be in the same room together?
Thirsty, the
right.
mom.
Right. Thirsty's
Anika.
flirting with, with the mama.
Mom, which is really funny.
So funny.
Everyone, whole gang, whole crew is there. And
Mama Leo.
I really don't know how it works because there's a lot of drama. Like, there's drama between Andre and
Lucius.
The drama between almost like everyone.
Everybody.
As always. So I don't get how they were having this peaceful little dinner.
Yeah.
But Lucius is a new man, and he says that he really thanks Anika for all she's done. Because now Tariq and the FBI are gone.
Right.
To thank her, he gives her divorce papers.
Right. It's like Christmas.
I know, which is such a funny thank you. Like, thank you, we're divorced.
Right.
But I feel like Anika's face, I at first thought she was kind of like, I don't want to be divorced, though. Did you get that type of vibe?
Oh, definitely. She wants to be a lion.
Right.
She's always wanted to be a lion.
She always has, so I kind of felt like, oh, this
And the last, wasn't it the last episode, or the episode where she said, she told Cookie that she needs to take care of baby Bella. She said that she loves him.
Yeah. So I think I have to keep reminding myself, like, Anika's crazy.
Yes.
She's a murderer.
Right.
But I actually felt bad for her. And I'm like, oh, she wants to be in the family.
Yeah.
But then I didn't feel too bad after she got that $25 million settlement.
Right. And Cookie was like, damn.
$25 million.
Yeah.
Whew, I think I would trade places with Anika, go through all she went through if I knew that $25 million was going to be my present in the end.
Yeah, I wouldn't murder two people, but...
Oh, well, no, everything
far.
she's been through. I wouldn't have, like, she put... The murders are on herself.
Yes.
But everything
The
she's been
Sodom
through with
and
the
Gomorrah.
family. Yeah. I wouldn't have done that.
Right.
But, like, having to just deal with this crazy lion family, I think I would have done it for a solid $25
$25 million.
Whew.
Yeah.
That made me realize how much money they really have.
Yeah.
$5 million to the Dubois,
Right.
$25 million to $30 million, just boom, like that.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
So he has that. He gives Anika those presents.
Right.
He also gives Hakeem back Extreme.
Yes.
Which is exciting. I'm like, you better give him what he's asking for, which was the birth certificate.
Yes.
So that was like a happy moment. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I mean, I have mixed feelings. I don't think Hakeem can really take care of it. I mean, well, okay, yeah, he should be on the birth certificate, but I wouldn't give him too much.
Like the rights.
Parental,
Yeah.
Room.
I'm going to say I agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like he should be on the birth certificate. I don't know if he's, like, there yet to be a parent.
No. Neither is Anika. Neither is Lucius. Really, the only one is Cookie.
I know.
And that really is why Boo Boo Kitty had to come to Cookie and be like, take care of my baby.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it ends with which we should have known something was going to happen because it was just too good to be true.
Oh, it was too kumbaya.
Way too good to be true.
Yeah.
But Child Protective Services
rush
in like with a SWAT team.
Yes.
Which I don't know that much about Child Protective Services, but I don't know if they come with
a SWAT team
with the helmets on.
That was crazy.
I don't think that's
I mean, it was like a Fed had, someone had
like a
escaped,
raid.
Federal State Prison or something.
Yeah. That I don't feel like is very realistic.
No.
But they come in and say that they had reports that there's abuse going on.
Right.
And they take Bella. Who do you think could have done it?
Well, I mean, obviously the previews are leading us to believe that Dubois had a hand in it, Who knows? I mean, maybe Felicia Rashad did not get the fake Claire Huxtable did not get the memo about the $5 million and had already put that in place, because obviously Tariq's out of the picture, at this point.
It's true. I mean, other than the Dubois, I don't know who else could do it. And the teasers pretty much do like make us think that it's them.
Yeah.
But Angela says it wasn't him.
Mm-hmm.
And he might be right. It might not have been Angela, but it could have been his mom. She is way more vengeful,
yes.
Vengeful than he is. And
Yeah.
she's really feeling salty about it. I mean, because she never really liked them in the beginning. So I think it could just be her own plan. Like the $5 million was like, haha, we'll take your money and take your child too. But I think that's a little below the belt. Anything they do now against them, I'm like, go for it because you took their child. But it's also in the previews, it's kind of saying like they don't know where the child is, which I don't know.
It's so weird.
It's crazy, but that kind of leads us to predictions since that wraps up.
Also, though, let's call out the fact that Hakeem didn't seem that upset.
Yes, let's call that out. I'm thinking because I was like looking at Anika.
Kitty was losing her shit, and Hakeem did not seem that upset.
She's there crying, like spit coming.
Inconsolable.
Yes, like that real ugly cry.
Yes.
Lucius is pissed. He's like, do not take my child. Like, he's defending Bella like it's his own.
Right.
Cookie's all in the mix.
Yeah.
Hakeem's just sitting back like, oh, what's happening?
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this is your baby. They're taking your baby away. You don't have any emotion.
Right.
You're not,
what
like,
happened to that
mama
lion,
cub, that would just to protect her baby cub at any...
it doesn't have to be on the birth certificate, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. What happened to all that? I mean, obviously, there's nothing he could have done, but to show some real emotion, that was weird of him.
That was strange.
And it lets us know that he just isn't prepared. He doesn't have that, like, normal parental instinct, I feel.
No. He's not elevated.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. It's so true. I was noting it because I actually got a little emotional seeing Anika cry so hard. Yeah, I know you're like.
I didn't.
Anytime I say anything about Anika, you're like, yeah. No
I feel like I mean, I don't know that the show is going to dive into this, but I wonder if it really has to do with the murders. If they've revealed anything about the murders, and that's why
it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, the baby's not being taken care of as the baby should be by a murderer.
Yeah. But I don't know. Now that we have predictions, it's like I really don't have a prediction.
Yeah.
I
mean, Andre would honestly be the one that makes most sense for, the baby getting taken away based off of, what Anika's actually done to him. But
could that have been his revenge? I mean, he did say he was going to get Anika back.
Yeah.
Could this have been his overall plan?
Right.
It's possible.
Possible, but I don't think it's going to happen.
It's
just too logical.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't have predictions. I mean, we're still in this drama with Vegas. I don't see Vegas happening. I just don't see them shooting anything in Vegas.
Yeah.
So somehow that's gonna just die out some way with Juliana. I don't know what's in store.
It was also strange that Juliana's like, I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
Did you say she's going back to Vegas?
She did. She said she has a few things to handle in Vegas, and that was it. It was just done from Juliana. We didn't hear anything about her. We don't know what she's handling in Vegas.
Weird.
I don't know where to go. I'm like, well, what are you thinking could be predictions for next episode for the rest of the season? There's 2 episodes left.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we already saw that. I mean, Cookie is going to come down hard with those Philly boys.
Oh yeah.
On Angelo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that kind of like torture scene.
Yes.
Not torture, but he was tied up.
Yeah, the hood rat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like completely jumping, but I loved that scene in the office, in the Empire office, when Jamal was like, "See, if you guys didn't clap back," and she's like, "That's what we do."
We clap back.
We clap back. I just love that.
Yes.
And I thought of that because the next episode there's a teaser. Oh my god, I just cannot talk today. There's a teaser where she says like, your mom said I was a hood rat. Well, you should have believed her, and I just love her.
Yes.
But I do feel bad for Angela. I'm like, you were a hood rat. You pretended like you were trying to be an angel, Cookie, and now he believed you. Now look at you. Have him tied up with these
Maybe he likes it.
Who knows? Well, I think Angela still actually feels for her.
Oh, yeah.
And it's his mom really making him be angry. I feel like if his mom wasn't around, he probably would have.
That's what he said to Cookie. Yeah. He's like, you think that the hot mic was the worst part?
Yeah. Which was
so sad.
Yeah, it was really sad. So no predictions. Or what do you have for us?
Oh man. I don't know. I mean, I think that Dre is going to come back with something for Lucius. I don't think that Vegas is going to go down. But I think that Dre is going to figure out some way to try to steal the Empire,
right. I think you're definitely right, because he was really annoyed by Cookie stepping in and that whole deal. I mean, he wanted to really take control of this.
Yes.
So that really bothered him. And although she has like a temporary solution, maybe,
right?
It's not his solution.
Yes.
So I do think he will come back. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he's prepared to do. He wanted to kill his dad, so I'm sure he's prepared for anything now.
Anything.
But let us know, guys, if you have any predictions.
Yes, please.
The season's almost wrapping. It's been a long season. It's almost wrapping. I feel like it's going to end with a bang.
Yes.
So hang with us for next episode.
Yes.
Remember, I am your host, Paris Rose. You can find me on Instagram and Snapchat. Just social media. Stalk me. Check me out, Paris Rose with 2 R's.
And I'm your other host. Please don't stalk me. But you can follow me at all social platforms, if that's terminology, at KT Did What Now.
All right, and also Allie. Do not forget Allie the Pub. You can find her on Instagram, Twitter, I believe Snapchat at Allie the Pub.
So many options.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, bye guys.
Clap.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.